Hello guys and welcome again to my vlog. In today's vlog, I'm gonna talk about my NZRN registration process, the cost, and some tips for you guys. I've already talked about the step 1 in this process from a previous video, and I will link that video in the description box below. Please watch that video before proceeding to this step, okay? And without further ado, let's go! And welcome again guys. So like last time, I also made a planner for this part of the process. This is called the NCNZ registration planner, and I have included 7 summary of steps. So the first step in this process is an invitation to apply for New Zealand registration, which will be sent to you by email. It will look something like this. And the email will further let you know how to log into my IQN for the first time, such as what link to click and how to reset your password. And the next step in this process is to complete your IQN portal account. And once you're done with that, you need to pay 487 New Zealand dollars or 17,259.91 pesos. In SGD, it's around $417.46. The third step in this process is for you to be assigned a case manager. So for my case, I was assigned a case manager on July 9, and it took me around 36 days from the invitation email. But do note that in the first email, they will let you know roughly how many days is the processing time. So for example, how long will you be assigned a case manager? How long will your application be assessed? And the next step in this process is for you to apply a criminal history check. So to apply for a fitness to practice check, just click the link and it will direct you to the website fit2work.com.au. Just fill in the necessary details and click next. And this part of the process costs 149 AUD, 5,569.81 Philippine peso, or 134.48 Singapore dollars. Then the fifth step in this process is for you to send the required documents that the case manager requires. In my case manager asked for a notarized copy of my service agreement because they need to see how many hours I work in a week, my designation, and my area of practice. She also asked for me to upload an updated CV that is signed and dated. And she also asked with regards to my English language requirement. As I asked for a waiver initially, she asked if I could provide any evidence of passing an English test prior to gaining my registration with S&B. And then when I replied that I didn't undergo an English test before gaining my registration in Singapore, this is the reply from my case manager. And then my application status shows this. And so I had to provide an English language test result after all. And lastly, at the last part of the assessment, the case manager messaged me something like this. That first, I do not need to complete a competence assessment program, but I need to complete an orientation program within 3 months of my employment. Then after that, just reply yes if you agree and accept the conditions. And once you provide everything that your case manager requires, you'll receive an email. And the email will look something like this. And so the assessment process took me around 39 days. And then you'll receive an email congratulating you on your registration, as well as step-by-step guide in applying your first APC. The APC costs around 97.5 NZD or 3,455.53 pesos. In Singapore dollars, it's around $83.68. And then that last part, guys, took around 5 days. And so how much did this part of the process cost me and how many days? So it costs around 26,285.25 pesos or 642.61 Singapore dollars. And I completed this process in 81 days. So that's it for step 2, guys, of the process. So how much did I actually spend on both step 1 and step 2? So for step 1, which is my CGFNS process, I actually spent $55,087.44. And for the part 2, which is my Nursing Council of New Zealand, I spent $26,285.25 with a total of 81,372.69 pesos, or in SGD it's around 1,989.22. And I completed both steps in 172 days, which is roughly around 5 to 6 months. So guys, if you really want to be a nurse in New Zealand, you better start your application now, because in 2024 they're gonna change the process. You can read it on their website, or I will show you a screenshot here, or I will link it on the description box below. So better take a look and decide as soon as possible, okay? And if you want to know how I managed to find a job in New Zealand and how I processed my visa without an agency, click like and subscribe to my channel, and see you soon. Bye!